if you've done some craziness that is not beneficial to their company, they'll hold it against you.
Y'all, Vivica Fox just slammed 50 Cent for talking smack about Kanye West and Diddy, and she's threatening to leak his nasty tape where he's getting his behind split open, and a big black gay man is taking him to Pount Town. Y'all, this just spiraled out of control because the rumors are swirling, and Vivica is determined to punish 50 Cent for airing out Kanye and Diddy's alleged secret. Now, 50 has been talking about Kanye West and Diddy for a long time now, and he was starting to get real bold, and nobody expected Vivica to step in and check him like she did, and now 50 Cent is probably wishing that he kept his whole mouth shut. Now, 50 and Vivica have had their issues for a long time, but it looks like Vivica is about to get her lick back in the messiest way possible. But does Vivica really have the tape, or is she just trying to humiliate 50 Cent? And why did she wait this long to drop it? Let's get into it. Y'all, Vivica has been waiting for just the perfect opportunity to expose 50 Cent for being sus, and she finally got her time to shine when 50 decided to clown Diddy again and Kanye West. And this pushed Vivica to finally release the dirt that she had on 50 Cent, and it was messy. So what exactly did she say, and why does it have fans gagged? Well, she took to Instagram and revealed to her millions of followers that she has a very nasty tape showing 50 Cent in a gay course. And get this, according to her, not only was he engaging in gay but he's allegedly a bottom, and another man was taking him to Pount Town. Y'all, what is going on? Now, for obvious reasons, everybody's asking how on earth Vivica came to have this nasty tape. If anything, that's the sort of thing that 50 would guard his life with, given his habit of calling other men out for being gay. So how did the tapes fall into Vivica's hands? Well, fans believe that she pulled a very sneaky move and paid 50 Cent's gay boyfriend for the video. According to people who have allegedly seen this video that Vivica claims to have, the other man is allegedly a gay for pay escort who is popular in Hollywood for circles of servicing famous men. Now, if you thought that was wild enough, things are about to get even more heated. First off, people in the know were saying that the man in the video of 50 Cent is the same man who allegedly did freak-offs with Diddy and Kanye. Now, you know that same freak-off that 50 Cent was clowning them for? Well, this explains why 50 went off on him like he did, and it turns out that he could have been speaking from a place of jealousy, disguised as mockery. And if you think that Vivica is just blowing hot air because 50 is her ex, she's trying to get her lick back at him, well, you're wrong about that, because several people in Hollywood have seen this video and have confirmed that it's real indeed, and allegedly 50 Cent was getting pounded like crazy. But while this is messy, fans don't exactly feel sorry for 50 because he has been doing way too much when it comes to clowning Diddy. And the thing is, we all know that Diddy is a bad man, like a real bad man, who allegedly did some very bad things to people. But 50 Cent hasn't been throwing jabs at him for being a bad human. He's been throwing jabs at Diddy for being on the DL, which makes Vivica's video even crazier. However, recently he started to take it way too far, which is exactly why Vivica has felt like she needed to step in and check up. As you guys probably know, 50 Cent has been clowning Diddy for years with the secret parties, the rumors, the messy lawsuits, and he has been on top of everything. But last week, he took it nuclear when he involved Kanye West into these messy rants. Now, the timing of this was interesting because it came hours after videos showed Kanye making an appearance at Diddy's trial, dressed in all white, which was a choice.
In the middle. Kanye West?
No, Kanye. Kanye.
Happy to see you, yeah.
But for obvious reasons, his white outfit reminded everybody of Diddy's all-white parties, the same parties that Kanye West reported to have attended. At first, we all thought that Kanye was there to support his buddy, but 50 immediately cleared it up that it was not the case. To give you some context, 50 Cent took shots at both Kanye and his wife Bianca. He posted an AI-generated picture of himself wearing all white in outfit and wrote, "We're wearing white in honor of the freak-offs. Dang, yay, you should have brought your dirty little wife with that Grammys outfit." Well, this is where things started to get bad, but not as bad as what Vivica did to him after that. Okay, well, we'll get to Vivica's fresh clapbacks in a second, but Twitter fans were saying that the real reason that Kanye even attended the trial is that insiders had informed him that his name was going to come up during the trial. And the next thing we knew, he popped up at the trial to see for himself what was going on. So did his name come up in the trial, and why is 50 Cent clowning him? And And as why Vivica so upset over it? Well, while Kanye isn't exactly named during the trial testimony from a Jane Doe, she hinted that not only did Kanye attempt Diddy's freak-offs, but he and Bianca also threw freak-offs of their own. According to reports, Jane Doe faced intense questioning over the night in January 2024 when she allegedly found herself in a Las Vegas hotel room with another world-famous rapper, a male escort, and a group of other people. The rapper wasn't identified by name, but Combs' lawyer Tony Garagos referred to him as an icon in the music industry. Well, Jane Doe went on to claim that the trip was supposed to be for the rapper's girlfriend's or wife's birthday party, but she was surprised when a male entertainer showed up, someone that Diddy used to hire for the wild three they had during their 3.5-year relationship. Well, Jane claimed that she and Diddy both knew that the in question often traveled with the anonymous rapper in question, but she was still shocked when she saw him at the freak-off because of how wild it was. Well, Twitter fans have pointed out that there are definitely a lot of signs that point to Kanye. He fits the description perfectly, especially since he's a major icon in the music world. While he's been moving on with Little Wild these last couple of years, but he doesn't erase the fact that he's always been an icon. But what really does make people look at him sideways is the detail about the freak-off being for the rapper's wife's birthday. That's where things get interesting and these dots start to connect. Everybody knows that Bianca's birthday is in January, and if you've been keeping up, Jane Doe specifically mentioned that the Vegas freak-off happened in January 2024. Well, in January 2024, y'all want to guess where Kanye and Bianca were? Vegas, y'all, that's where. But was Kanye's Vegas trip innocent, or was he hiding something wild? Well, according to a court reporter in the case, it was fairly obvious to everybody in court who was the anonymous rapper.
According to Jane Doe, she had been broken up with Diddy at this time. Diddy was busy. He had Young Miami, Jesse, Gina in rotation. She was on a trip with a different rapper named Bear, and they were in Vegas, and she goes to dinner with this rapper for his wife's birthday, and then afterwards they go to a hotel, and there's an that she recognizes there named Anton, and she's like, oh my god, like, why are you here? Like, I recognize you, because she obviously did freak-offs. So this other celebrity had hired this or Anton to have sex with a woman. So they go to this hotel room, and there's 7 to 8 people, she said, just staring, watching this rapper. So there's this banging this woman, and there's 7 to 8 people watching. And at one point, she even took her top off, she said, because she was in the moment. And the famous rapper went up to her and said, I think you're very beautiful. I always wanted to F you. Now, not many rappers have wives with birthdays in January. So you guys can do the math, and you guys can figure out who it is.
And to tie everything up into a nice little bow, Kanye just so happened to be in court the day after Jane Doe made those claims. And it's a little too convenient, and according to 50 Cent, Kanye was trying to see just how much Jane Doe and the feds knew. Well, 50 Cent threw shade at him all over again, saying that's why he was supporting Diddy. His A was out in Vegas with that little dirtbag. But here's the twisted part, and why fans feel like Vivica might be in the wrong for defending Diddy and Kanye. As it turns out, these two men have allegedly been involved in some nasty situations that were likely illegal. For example, did y'all know that there have been reports as far back as the early mid-2000s that Kanye was in bed with Diddy? Do y'all remember this video of Method Man saying that he allegedly saw Kanye West give Diddy some mouth action at a party?
Kanye West, I hate that man. Plus, I seen the nigga at one of the parties and just in the bathroom.
Now, the freak-off might seem creepy, but there's actually more to it because, as you guys know, even Kanye's old lyrics hinted at freaky party connections with Diddy. In his song from 15 years ago titled The New Workout Plan, he hinted at some serious freak-off stuff. And do y'all want to guess who he featured right in the rapper line hit? Diddy. That's who. But why would Vivica even defend somebody like this? Now, I know it seems like things couldn't get any nastier, but trust me, we're about to see a whole new level of insanity. He went on a rant supporting Diddy, saying stuff like, you B's were not SA, pardon me, let me put in the A, all caps. You, me, 2 B's did not get SA, you extorted ninjas. Ninjas means men, B's means bees. He also said, my support of Puff is completely selfish. I've been trying to find whoever been trying to out black moguls. I just found out that Puff is not allowed to make or collect money while he's locked up, so I'm gonna send his half of the money to Justin. Puff got me too'd, so did I. Free Puff. Did Puff get me too because of fighting or because of the money? I never seen a broke ninja get me too. Well, it turns out that Kanye was pretty right about getting me too, because a singer named Nikki Heaton claimed that Kanye and Diddy allegedly tried to SA her. According to Nikki, Kanye hit her up saying he wanted to collaborate, and of course she was excited. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's Kanye West. But things got weird real quick. When she pulled up to the studio with her manager, she wasn't expecting to see Diddy there along with about 9 other women, and the whole vibe just felt off. Nikki said they were offered drinks, but later found out those drinks had been spiked. And honestly, with all the stories and accusations floating around about Diddy and spiked drinks, it wasn't exactly shocking.
My manager was sitting across from me, and you know, if you know about like my past and like us being together, like I noticed as I was standing there just kind of just like wondering what's going on, Diddy kept looking at me and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and like they were exchanging glances, and I'm like, they're like watching me strangely. And I'm like, okay, let me pretend to drink, and like I'm not actually doing it. And like that seemed to like make them happy, like me like pretending to like join in. And immediately I'm like, there's something in this drink. There's something in this drink. And I didn't know what to do. And I realized that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye, and they're both off their shit. And there's 3 other men, an executive that works with Kanye, his engineer, and his cousin, and me, alone. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I haven't started freaking out yet. Like, I know what the situation is, and they're like out of their minds. And they start coming towards me, and they're like, don't you want to take your clothes off? Like, it's so hot in here. And I'm like, no, fine. I'm fine like this. And they're like, come on, like, it's just us. Like, we're all just friends. Like, let us just, like, see, like, how you look. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. And, like, I still haven't gotten scared yet, you know? Like, I'm still, like, this is a bad situation. I'm creeped out, but, like, there's no reason to panic. There's other men here. Hold on a second. Real-time feedback. Yeah, so they're coming towards me, and I'm like, okay, this is, I don't know where my manager is. I don't know where anyone is. And they're coming towards me more, and they're trying to like take my clothes off. And I'm like at that point where I'm like, this is not good, but I'm like still trying to like play it off. Just like, stop, you guys are stupid. Like, get out of here. Like, don't touch me. Okay, so let me just get to the point. So they start trying, like, they're like pawing at me. Like, they're both drunk, probably on something else. And I start to get a little bit apprehensive because I'm pretty much like backed up against the wall. Like, there's only one exit, and I'm pressed up against this door. And I'm still not completely terrified yet, but I'm like, you guys stop, like, stop. And they're getting to the point where they have like ripped my shirt off. And like, I'm like almost fully exposed at this point. And they're both coming at me, and I'm like, you guys, like, seriously, this isn't funny anymore. And I look to my left where his executive is. Like, we know him pretty well. Like, we've been around him a lot.
So it turns out that Kanye and Diddy went together real bad. At first, Kanye tried to hide it for obvious reasons, but right now, it doesn't look like he cares anymore. 50 Cent has been capitalizing on it as well, throwing shade at them both. He even referred to Kanye as being dangerous. Well, him bringing up Kanye into it has finally set Vivica off, because homegirl has been reading him for filth, as if her threatening to leak a video of a gay for taking him to Pount Town wasn't bad enough. She's now bringing back old videos of people accusing 50 of being gay. The wild part about this is that Vivica doesn't even like Kanye or Diddy all that much, because she has had issues with them both over the years. The only reason she seems to be doing this is that she just hates 50 more than she dislikes Diddy or Kanye. But like they said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and this couldn't be truer, and she's willing to do everything to take 50 down. Now, this isn't the first time that Vivica has tried to call 50 50 out for being gay, and her previous claims only make her new claims even more credible. For example, do y'all remember when she hinted that he had a little gay something going on with Soulja Boy behind the scenes?
What were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, you know, the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh. The pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is...
Oh my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is over.
Wait, Vivica Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean,
he gave you...
No, he's not. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, but he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. So
you mean sometimes if people protest too much about something,
yes,
the fire is happening right there in front of them.
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy that made me kind of go,
But then she took things even further when she told Wendy Williams in private that 50 was in fact gay, and Wendy, being Wendy, couldn't help but spill the tea on her show. However, Vivica was not done with 50 because she even tried to expose 50 of being a cross-dresser. She posted a picture of 50 wearing makeup saying, "Tell you what, 50 cents, since you keep on telling that lie, I challenge you to both let's go on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live and we could put this to rest that never happened, and you know it, queen." Well, Jaguar Wright also claimed that 50 Cent and Soulja Boy had a gay affair going on.
You know, Soulja Boy, I just want to say this about Soulja Boy. Y'all gotta give him a little bit of latitude because he a victim.
The expose is popping off.
You know, he been in the rap game since he was little, just like Weezy.
Yeah.
And his been ran through quite a bit.
No, she didn't say that.
Whoa.
You
I
know
didn't know that information.
You don't remember when he was in New York and they called him
from one thing to
whoever
another.
his big daddy was threw him out into the hallway. He was walking around in the hallway holding his nuts. This couple has actually appeared on a magazine cover together. That's why he's always able to call other on being a swish. Birds of a feather flock together.
That's true.
Game recognized game. There's no way in the world that man understands that much about homosexuality dealings in the industry, is constantly calling people out, and he ain't seen none of it personally.
So yeah, Vivica's not just pulling strings out the air, it seems, and as messy as this is, it's still not compared to the video of 50 getting pounded by a gay. And if 50 doesn't stop trolling Kanye and Diddy, well, we just might see 50's nasty tape of him getting pounded from behind for the world to see. But y'all, I gotta know what you think about this. Is this all smoke and mirrors and lies? Is Vivica just jelly? Do you think that Vivica is being messy to leak the video as revenge? Or do you think that this might be a bitter ex that's doing too much? Is this petty revenge, or is 50 hiding more than anybody thought? I gotta know what y'all feel about this, so drop your thoughts and comments below and then check out this next video.